Everybody to episode 278 of the epic title, and we're here today. We're gonna watch Sonic 3. Stay tuned. Special intro. Yeah, secret special intro, baby.
Yeah.
Don't even need to do it now. Don't even need to do it today.
It's real.
Yeah, it's real.
It's
It
real.
happened.
It's real.
We met in person.
In person, in the
Boom.
flesh. Booze,
food, movies, kids screaming.
kids screaming.
Yeah. It was kind of.
It was like I haven't been so I guess I have been in a busy movie theater like that. I have been in a long time. I mean, like week before, I went to like a sold out theater.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just. I don't know if last time I've been into like a sold out theater with children.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah.
So we went to go see Sonic. Everybody, as you can tell from the background and the intro with the giant sign. Which,
Sonic
by
3.
the way, funny story with that. Funny story with the giant sign. We were trying to figure out where we wanted to record the special intro. If we want to do it outside the theater or in the theater. And DeNutte was like, let's do it in the theater in front of the giant poster stand thing. So I was like, all right, cool. So we did the intro. As soon as we got done doing the intro, some girl comes up to us and was like, hey, can I take a picture of this?
Or she's like, I don't even think she said, she's like, hey, can I take a picture? I was like, yeah. So we kind of moved out of the way. And then, like, I thought she was going to just take a picture of the thing.
Yeah.
And then she handed me her phone, and I was like, oh, okay, fine. And then unzips her hoodie.
She had like a hoodie or like a button up, and she unzips it, puffs the chest out, old school Sonic t-shirt on. Just.
And she stood to the side, and I was like, all right, pictures. Boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop. Have a good one. She's like, okay, bye. And like ran out just by herself.
Yeah, it completely, like, I was saying to Nick, like, normally I'm kind of smooth when I'm out and about these days. Like, you know, like, kind of flirt a little bit. I'm smoothish with stuff. That caught me so off guard. Like, I was just...
Yeah, you told our waitress you loved her at the brewery.
Yeah, that happens too much sometimes.
Yeah.
But, yes, then we went to a brewery. But yeah, it was a good time. Good time. But,
good time.
So we went to go see Sonic 3. So first off, let's start off with this. The plan was to go see War of the Rohirrim. That was the original plan. The place that we normally go to was not showing War of the Rohirrim in the New Hampshire theater, but in the 3 main versions of it, they are showing it. So kind of upset about that.
Made in the state.
Yes. So kind of upset about that. But so we said, well, let's find out what we're going to watch instead. And it was between Mufasa, Wicked, Red 1, Gladiator 2.
It's already on Prime too.
And this. So yeah. So I mean, one of them's already on Prime, so there's no reason to watch it in a theater.
And Craven.
Yes, Craven was the other one. And,
So I would have said my two would have been Craven or Gladiator.
yeah.
But time-wise, it didn't work.
Exactly. Craven was playing at a later time, and this was the earliest time. So we watched Sonic 3. Overall, let's do our overall it was a good movie.
Yeah, you liked it?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know how you really felt about it. Kat did. My girlfriend did not like it.
She didn't?
No.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, she did not like it. She's like, that movie was stupid. And I was like, all right, fair enough.
I mean, I wasn't like, it was one of those things like, will I go spend another like $60? Because there's 60 for everything. But like, would I ever spend another $60 to go and watch Sonic 3? No.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Like, was it a good sit down, enjoy myself? Yeah, I giggled a bunch of times. There was a couple really slow points, but outside of that, though, it was a giggle fest. I mean, it was fun.
Let's get into it, but there were scenes that were like guaranteed to make me laugh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I don't know. It was so like I was talking to her. So Husky hasn't seen the other 2 movies.
Yes, that's the thing. I have not seen Sonic 1 or 2, but just like everyone in the entire universe, I feel like these days, just because you haven't seen a movie doesn't mean you haven't seen the movie, right? Like you can see you can see all the clips. Yeah, you see all the clips, you get the gist of it. So like I've seen enough of Sonic and Sonic 2 to know what the movie is. So,
I've seen. It's funny because I kept thinking, I'm like, I've seen both of them, and I can't remember the plot of Sonic 2.
Sonic 2 was the Chaos Emerald and Knuckles.
Yeah, and I boy, do I not remember it.
Yeah.
I know for sure I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen the first one at least twice.
Yeah.
I like the first one.
I think I may have seen the first one fully through, but it was like I may have been out of my brain.
Yes, I mean that's may have like literally might have how about I've been the second
Yeah.
movie. I might have just been like cocked one night.
Mm.
Like let's throw on a movie.
Yeah.
But there's one like there's not a lot of callbacks to the older movies, the previous movies in this one. There's only one, and it's when they go get the Chaos Emerald.
Yeah.
And they see Adam Pally on the roof playing hockey with it.
Yeah, and that's because he's Knuckles is like homie, right? From the
he was a big part of the first movie.
Okay.
And I don't even remember him in the second movie. He definitely was in the second movie, but
yes.
at some point in that timeline, he got caught with cocaine. He got arrested.
Oh.
So his career trajectory kept moving up and up and up, especially Sonic. And Sonic was like a big thing and how well it did. And then he got caught with cocaine. And can I say that? Is that like
screw it. Let's see what happens.
Sorry, he got caught with drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of, a lot of people like really put distance between him and like between them.
Yeah, because I know that he was in the Knuckles show.
There was a show?
Yeah, there's a Knuckles show.
Boy,
there's like the Knuckles show is
a live action show.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on like Paramount, and it's like it's like supposed to like be like just kind of like the in between part of Sonic 2 and 3. Like it's just Knuckles and Adam Pally, and then like the Chaos Emerald.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just
I like Knuckles a lot in this.
Yeah.
But yeah, Adam Pally, he's very funny, but I bet there's this one, the Late Late Show.
Yes.
It used to be hosted by a British guy. Actually, now I think it is hosted by another British guy.
Mm.
But they were like the original guy left, so Adam Pally guest hosted an episode once with Ben Schwartz.
Oh, really?
Yeah, who played Sonic? If you don't know that.
Yep.
So Adam Pally, and it was during like a blizzard, so like none of the guests showed up. It's pre-COVID too. None of the guests showed up. Like half the crew was gone. It was like just them. There was no studio audience. There was nothing. And so he's like, "Hi, I'm hosting. I don't know why. No one's here. No one's ever going to see this, but we're going to keep rolling." And it was very funny, and it was just like Adam Pally and Ben Schwartz riffing for like an hour, and they had they had a couple guests on through like video call. I think they had one was like who's the big radio host that's been around forever that people love, like the XM.
I mean,
he's dirty. He has.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of his name.
Anyways, they had his wife on there. It was just kind of was a funny episode, and you used to be able to find it on the internet. You can't find it anywhere. And if you ever have time, watch the Adam Pally Late Night Show episode with Ben Schwartz, because they are hilarious together. Which is like why I think like that he was even in the movie in the first place. That's so. Okay. Little tangent on that one. Late Show, Adam Pally.
Oh, is no, I was gonna say Jerry Springer, but that's not the right one.
No, Howard
Stern.
Howard Stern. Howard Stern's wife is a big animal advocacy rights person. Okay. So it's all her. She wrote a book about that.
Okay.
And she was on the show for that. And then I think there's a couple other people, but like I know a couple people couldn't come because there's this just New York blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a funny episode. I don't know. And he's like, and he kept pulling up. Adam Pally's like, "Hey, can I get a clip for that?" And he's like, Ben Schwartz is like, "Didn't bring a clip." And he's like, "All right." And then Adam then he kept talking, and then Ben Schwartz would be like, "Bring the clip," and he's like, "Didn't have it the first time." So it just was like this riff back and forth the whole time. I don't know. It was just very.
That's funny.
So I think that's what spawned like that chemistry for Sonic 1, because he was a big part of Sonic 1, but just left to one scene. But now it makes me happy that he had the show.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So if I had to, I'm gonna go extremely basic.
So let's see the rant. Yeah.
Not even rant. I'm just gonna go extremely basic. It's like a 2.53 in that range. I'll go 3. I'll go more on the 3 side because it was still an enjoyable time. Like, it's not anything overly like, oh my god, but at the same time, like, I enjoyed it. I had a good time.
Yeah, I've seen way worse video game movies.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
And this wasn't even like this is its own thing too, I guess. With Sonic, it's not like
Well, that's the thing.
based on
That's the thing. I
a
feel
thing.
like now is that I feel like, especially with this, and we'll talk about it a little bit more towards the end, because it has to do with spoilers. I don't want to give that out, but with where the trajectory of where it's going, it definitely feels like it's the first movie was the video game adaptation. Now we are getting into just the franchise of Sonic.
It's not even the first one. I wouldn't even call it an adaptation either.
Yeah.
It is, but it's like
it's like the Pac-Man adaptation. It's a quote unquote adaptation.
Yeah, I would say like Halo, how like the TV show is an adaptation, but really it's just they use this character and they like we're like, hey, like we have this character in like this world.
Hey, let's ruin this franchise.
Yeah, we don't care what was anything about it. We're gonna do our own thing. That's kind of what I felt like the Sonic was, but I think they did it like they gave it like they respected it.
Yes. It definitely feels like the people in the movie, the characters, they love the characters, they love the universe, they want to do right by it. They don't want us to, but they're staying in their own comedic. Like they made it like this is a comedic thing, right? It's
very funny.
Yes.
Yeah, it like that's the whole point. It's a comedy.
So, but yeah, so I'm gonna go 3. I'm gonna go three Chaos Emeralds out of 5.
Yeah, I get about the same.
Yeah,
that would probably like. It wasn't like I don't ever need to see this movie again.
Yeah, no.
But
like if I ever see this movie again, it's going to be because we're going to go watch Sonic 4.
Okay, yeah.
Like that is one of those things. Like it's like I did.
I would say you should watch Sonic 1 and 2.
Yeah,
for sure. If there's a Sonic 4.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna watch 3.
You know what? No, you don't even do a full Mission Impossible. Watch the first one, skip the second one. You can go back to the third one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, watch the third one after the fourth one.
Maybe.
And then the whole time while I'm sleeping up until Sonic 4, just watch the Knuckles while I'm sleeping. So it's just playing in my brain the whole time. Just all of the different things. All right, so that's that. Kind of this. That's our non-spoiler part of it. So now we're go kind of spoilerish. So if you don't want to hear spoilers,
12 minutes in.
Yep, you can kind of
excuse me.
Get out now if you want. If you want spoilers, then you can stay around. The big spoiler we'll drop at the end, which is the post-credit scene. We'll drop that right at the end. So it's if you want spoilers, but you don't want to be spoiled by that, then fine. This I going into this, I was everything that you need to know is literally in the image that I have in the background.
Yeah, so you have Sonic, you have Knuckles, you have Tails. Oh, Dr. Robotnik. Oh, guy that looks like Dr. Robotnik and Shadow. Oh, okay. I think if you've known anything about stuff, like, I don't know, I guess if you know nothing about Sonic, then, like, sure.
I will say, because I grew up with the Sonic animated show.
Okay, yeah.
And in the animated show, there's a lot of, like, Eggman making things and making, like, robots and stuff, but they're all, like, different, like, types of animals. To an extent. So,
his big thing was the drones from this one. That was like in the first one, it was heavy into the drones.
So it was one of those things where like seeing the crab to me was hilarious
because I like the crab jokes he kept making.
So to me that was really cool because like I said, it was one of those things where it tied into kind of like what I saw as a kid. I'm trying to find some of the stuff now, but like it's one of those things. So
I'll say it. My part about this movie that was like without fail made me laugh was any Jim Carrey scene.
Yes.
It was like truly Jim Carrey being like going back to like Ace Ventura and like all his like character roles he always ever did. This felt like it wasn't like Jim Carrey trying to be an actor and something like a comedic thing, which is I think why he took this part. He won't do anything else besides Sonic, which is very funny.
It's funny and also like he hasn't done sequels before.
No.
So like this is
Ace Ventura, but
yeah, I mean, like outside of that though, like this is the one like big one recently that he's been doing, and it's like it's perfect.
I don't think he's been in anything else. I'll pull it up actually.
I was gonna say I don't think he has either. Yeah. I'm finding a bunch of the different robots and stuff that they had where from the old. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. I'm gonna send you this so you can see this. But yeah, like there used to be like Motobots, like buzzers, and like stuff like that. Like it was all like insects and bugs and like just
the last 3 movies he was in was this one.
That's insane.
And so he was in a couple of music videos, which is kind of funny.
Okay.
He was in a couple shorts. He did a Cable Guy thing. He did Saturday Night Live thing. He was in a TV series I've never heard of called Kidding. I don't know, but yeah,
Hmm.
but Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2, 3 are the last three movies he did. First one came out 2020. He was in Dark Crimes, which he looked like a horror movie. He was in The Bad Batch, which was kind of like a weird Jason Momoa movie, but it was good. But then Dumb and Dumber 2 was the last movie he did before that.
Ooh, ooh.
Which sequel, but that one failed.
Yeah, that's
I know that.
That's one of those ones that like we don't talk
And then
about.
Dumb and Dumber 2, and then Kick-Ass 2.
Yes, he was the all American.
Yeah, so
And he had the dog
we haven't really seen him in the last 10 years except for Sonic.
Yeah, which I'm fine with.
I'm fine with. I like that he was just goofy the whole time. I loved that they broke the fourth wall and they mentioned that like it looks like we're having the same actor play the same character, like two different characters.
Same actors playing the same character, but different
And
characters, and they looked at this. That was funny. That was.
And that some people might find that stupid, but I don't know. I think that's fun. And then, like, hit the whole, you know what scene I loved actually when in the end when they're going through the laser grid and they're just dancing.
Yes, that was just comical. That was just pure, and that's the thing. Like that's what I was saying with it. Is it's just like at the end of the day, this is just a funny like, and that's what I was saying. Is like it's like okay, I wanted to see War of the Rohirrim. Didn't get to see it. So what do I want then? It's like, okay, well, let's just see something like stupid that I can turn my brain off with. Craven.
Yeah.
It's just endless action. That's on at 4 o'clock. We're not going to 4 o'clock showing 2 hours away. It's like, all right, let's see what. Oh, this one's here. This is just going to be giggles the entire time. And yeah, most of the time it was giggles. Like that scene in particular. Yeah, they're going through the typical like laser grid where it's just all lasers and it's going to kill you if you touch the lasers. And young Eggman pushes older Eggman into it, and it doesn't kill him, and the lasers just bounce off of him, and they just kind of dance their way through the entire lasers together, and it's just silly.
It's synced up. Oh, yeah. It was great. It was fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just didn't fit the movie at all, but like in the best way. All right. It's just like it made no sense. But like why have a dance number? Like I don't know. Like it was just fun. And then like the crab, they kept making the crab jokes because they kept getting in the crab. I love his assistant. His assistant was in the other movies as well.
His assistant is very good in the role that he is playing in these.
Yeah.
I did like the fact, and this one, it made me giggle out loud. I don't know if you heard me or not, but it was at the very end. They have like there's this giant machine. It's going to destroy the Earth, sort of thing, or like destroy like 90% or whatever the hell it is. Like it's going to kill a bunch of people. And it suddenly like a long spike comes out of it, and then you see there's eyes, and then the spike opens up and plans out, and it turns into his mustache. And
yes, I
out loud audibly giggled at that because it was just like that was just something silly and stupid.
That's like a callback to the old stuff. Like it looks real and then they were just like, but we are going to throw the Robotnik twist on it.
We're going to just right there. I will say this, and this may be controversial to an extent. Didn't need Keanu Reeves as a Shadow.
You know, I had seen some press of their press tour, and I saw like Ben Schwartz with Keanu, and like Ben Schwartz is doing his like never stop talking, just kind of riff go off the whole time, and Keanu's just like, yeah, like I was like, and when he talked, I went, oh yeah, he's in this movie.
It was one of those things like it. I don't know why it felt like it took me out of it to an extent.
Well, I look at Sonic and I don't think of like an old man for some reason.
I mean, that's the thing. Is like I don't know.
Sorry, Keanu.
It was very odd, like because like one of the ones, and also this was one of the things that I remember when it first was like, oh, they're doing Shadow. Who's going to be the voice actor for Shadow? I don't know if you remember the big rumor of who it was originally going to be.
No,
it was going to be Hayden Christensen.
Oh, that voice would have fit.
That was the first like big one, but I don't know. It was very. I don't know if it's just because
it's a big name to attach to it. Because like
that's the thing is like
you have Jim Carrey, you have Keanu, you have Ben Schwartz, who a lot of people still don't know, and then you also have Idris Elba, big name.
Yeah,
I didn't really see him in any of the press stuff, but he's a big name.
Idris Elba. Every time I've seen behind the scenes footage of him doing the voice acting recording of it, he has giant knuckle mitts on.
I love it.
Yeah.
Good for him. Yeah, he's the best.
Like I said, I don't know, man. I love Keanu to death, but like it felt that was one of the things that kind of felt off to me. That and I said to you at the very beginning, I was like, does this sound weird to you? Like
his voice recording sounded off. It sounded like he was kind of muddy. But I did also one thing about it. They had like a true Keanu movie. They had to throw him on a motorcycle. I mean, it's in this picture. He's on a motorcycle. Did you get the Akira reference? They threw an Akira reference in there.
That was almost the background for this, but I couldn't find find it. I couldn't find another good like 2 images to put with it. So I was just like, eventually I found this one. I was like, I'm just gonna rip this because this. Yeah,
that the Akira like bike slide up the side of the building. Yeah, they had to throw it in, which again, they were in Tokyo. You gotta throw it in there.
Yeah. It would it was there was a lot of really good scenes in it. It's just that at the end of the day, like it's like one of those things. It's like if you tell me like, oh, what was my favorite scene? Like the whole thing kind of right this second, and this also could just be the fact that I drank a lot, but it all kind of just melded together in the end. Like I started thinking about this more over the day, but like the entire thing just kind of melded together to the point where it was like.
Mine was probably a dancing scene.
Yeah, like that's like outside of that sort of stuff though, where it's like the big giggles like that, or like the mustache thing. But like a lot of the rest of the scenes are just very much just. I don't know. There was a lot of very slow points.
I like one of the opening scenes when they threw us Par's birthday for Earth
Sonic,
Day.
Yeah,
Earth. Arthur Day.
Yeah, Arthur Day.
Yeah,
Happy
that was nice.
Arthur Day. Yeah,
I actually. Oh, one thing. The second in command of Gun, I'm forgetting her name, Jessica Jones.
Oh yeah, her. Yep.
I thought she was going to be a bad guy. The way
I thought so too. Kristen Ritter.
Yeah, the way she was kind of going about things, I thought she was like a bad guy. And then when Tom disguised himself as the general who died.
Yes.
I thought she was going to not give it to him.
Well, the funny thing as well, now that I'm looking at this, it looks like... Because I'm going to say this out loud, and you're going to be confused, because now I am confused, or at least I feel like you will be. That's her first time in the Sonic movie.
Yeah, she hasn't been... Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. She hasn't been in... She wasn't in them.
Because the way that it's played off is like we've seen her before.
Yeah. Because she showed up and they were like, they knew who she was.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you're here again, sort of thing. You know, like that sort. You know, like that's very okay. Very. I don't know about that now.
Yeah, that felt weird, but there are 2 cameos for sure in this movie that I want to bring up.
Okay, is one of, because I'm looking at now, is one of them Juan?
Yes, Christoph Fernandez from Ted Lasso, which I'm glad he's getting some looks, and they brought him back a couple times. He was Danny Rojas from Ted Lasso, so shout out to him. And then when a shadow broke out of his containment, the guy who was running the containment was Jorma Taccone. I don't know if that's how you say his name. I just know Jorma from The Lonely Island.
Yeah, I remember you leaned over to me and told me that, and I was like, oh, yeah, I see it now.
And he's just been in a ton of stuff.
Well, the other one, now that I want to make sure that I'm thinking this is the right person. No, it's not. Okay. Never mind.
Tell me what you...
Excuse me.
The guy that played Blue Beetle.
Oh, I guess he was in Knuckles as a radio host guy.
Who was?
Well? Yorma.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think he's directed a bunch of stuff too. He directed Knuckles. I directed an episode.
Well, he's also going to be playing the role of Adolf Hitler in Kung Fury 2.
Respect. Oh, they're making him MacGruber too.
Oh, God.
Because he wrote and directed MacGruber.
Oh, apparently he's the he's also the voice of Vulture in Across the Spider-Verse, and also Peter Parker, Spider-Man of Earth 67 in Across the Spider-Verse too.
Yeah, he's just in a lot of stuff. Good for him.
Wow. Look at him doing all this stuff.
Yeah, he out here. American Pickle. Did you ever see that one?
No, but I'm also realizing right now that there was a TV show called Pen 15.
Oh yeah, that's it's weird like coming of age story where it's like these two nerdy high school girls, but they're both clearly like adults, and that's like the funny thing about it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the story is like very simple story.
Yeah.
Like I mean, obviously I wasn't expecting anything wild, but like.
Someone they find out there's another hedgehog. He's got too much power. The government tried to hold him down. He escaped. They got to try to stop him, but Sonic is like Sonic, so he's like, I don't want to like kill you. Like you're like we can be friends. They become friends. They beat the bad guy, and they're friends.
Yeah. It's very just like I said, very simple plot. I mean, that's really it. It's like I wish there was more that we could give you guys, really, for the review on this. But like it was a very simple, just boom, 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 right through sort of thing. Like there was not a whole lot to it, really.
Yeah, and there wasn't really anything that like I didn't like.
That's the thing is like the main things that I didn't like, and like I said, it wasn't even didn't like. It was just a weird thing for me. Like hearing Keanu's voice coming out of Shadow felt weird in the movie. In the trailers, it felt fine. But in the movie, sitting down in the movie theater, just like I was just like.
Did you ever see like any animated stuff like during COVID? Remember during COVID they shut down everything and like while shows were still being made. Like here's one like Fire Force. I started watching Fire Force again because during COVID that kind of got like a big delay. A lot of animes got delayed. A lot of dubs got delayed when animes came out.
Yeah.
So like sometimes it was like almost like people recorded their lines in their home studio. So not everything was like optimized together.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So like it doesn't sound like it was optimized on the same like recording track.
Yeah, because there was some of the this.
All right, like for this, like you're recording your own audio,
yes.
right? And you're recording my audio through Discord, so my audio is going to sound a little off, right?
Yes.
Where you have the straight audio source, mine's like a recording. I feel like that's how it is because like I will always come through. Not the same as if I recorded my own audio and sent it to you and you put it in.
That's fair.
That's what it felt like.
It was like, and I said I leaned over to you at the very beginning. It's like does this sound like watery or like because like
yeah? So
I think it was. I don't know if that was just the motion and the movements of Shadow in that scene or whatnot, but like it was just there was something with that. That's my main.
I don't know if you played Cyberpunk. The voice for him like had so much more depth, and I think that's. It just felt like it did feel like the recording was off.
Like I said, it could have been the theater that we're at. It could have been any number of things. And like
it kind of sounded like he was like whispering sometimes.
Yeah, like trying to be mysterious. I am mysterious. I will speak.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like outside of that though, there was nothing really. I mean, there's no real negatives. There was no real like grand. Oh my god, this is the greatest things. It was just a solid, just middle of the like. And I hate to say it because like it feels like I'm being negative about it to an extent, saying oh it's just a middle of the road thing. But like,
well, if you're negative, you'd just be like I didn't like it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I enjoyed myself. I'm probably not watching it anytime soon again.
But when's the last time you said that about something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're either like, I like this a lot, or no, we kind of actually just did that with Secret Level A. I take that back. We literally said this a few days ago.
Well, I mean, that's a little bit different as well because that's 15-minute segments, right? Like that's different than a full movie.
I know, like Nick said he got tired a couple points. You got tired a couple points. I think Kat like might have actually fallen asleep, but
yeah, because I mean, like if I look back on just some of the stuff that we've watched, like Twilight of the Gods, I really liked it. You didn't.
I didn't like it. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right.
The Snyder, I mean, the Rebel Moon stuff, we both liked that.
We both had issues with that, though.
We had issues.
So.
And because I'm just looking at all the different stuff that we've done, because it's most of the time, if it's something that movie wise or like show wise, if I've watched it, most of the time I've watched it with you or we've talked about it, right? Like I'm not just out here just Tires. Tires was just a funny show.
Did we do Tires?
Yeah, we did Tires because that was one that you wanted that you brought up doing. Actually, when you were saying earlier, one of our best ones has 87 views.
Shout out.
Yep. Fallout.
Shane Gillis watched it and was like, "These fucking fat nerds."
um,
Sorry. Bleep. Beep.
Roadhouse. We did. Let's see. That's it for this year, and then Rebel Moon again.
Yeah, Roadhouse was definitely more of a negative one.
But yes, I mean it's like it's one of those things. Like it's like it wasn't bad. It was
positive.
Yeah.
If I was gonna guess the Rotten Tomato scores, I'd probably give it a 68.
Sonic 3. All right. So on Rotten Tomatoes, it's currently sitting at a 86.
Oh, way higher than I thought it was gonna be.
IMDb, it is currently sitting at a 7.7. And Metacritic currently has it as a 59. So that's the lowest is Metacritic.
The popcorn meter, which I think is like the audience meter.
I don't know what this
is. It's the people who bought it and who went and saw it and rated it, gave it a 98 on Rotten Tomatoes. So I mean, that's basically like 98% of people liked them.
Yeah.
So I mean, those are solid, like very high scores, and that's like a certified fresh too. That's not even like an 86 and like we're still waiting on stuff. That's an 86 that like we're locked in, we're fresh. Nosferatu right now has a 90. I want to see that.
See, like this dude here. So like I just wanted to look real quick just to see. So like critic reviews. Here's the first negative. So it's a 2 out of 5. And the guy said it's the kind of cross-cultural mashup that might be intriguingly baffling if it wasn't more or less the norm in present-day Hollywood.
I'm surprised that he also didn't call it.
I hate to say it, but if you're a movie critic and that's the way you're gonna start talking about movies, just stop. Like, just tell us what you think. Like this dude here, and mind you, this is a positive review. It just says it's the funniest Sonic movie yet. Cool. Like that's what we need. Not the cross-cultural mashup of the different idealisms, the common norm plays in how. Shut up. Just shut your mouth.
So I'm looking at the director right now. He directed an episode of Love, Death, and Robots, and I'm just trying to see which one it is.
So okay, this guy, like his predecessors, this sequel is more exhausting than endearing. And then this guy said, during the Sonic the Hedgehog was surprisingly decent. While Sonic was legitimately good, the busier, more frantic, action-focused Sonic 3 comparatively disappoints by merely being okay, I guess. And I hate to say it, but there are points where the action does feel kind of very meh in it. And like I said, I hate to say that, but like, I mean, yeah, no, fair. The Blue Hedgehog could be seen as a supporting character in his own narrative. There's no coherence here. Each scene's setting is disjointed, discomfort within the next. Like, I'm literally just reading the negatives right now, just because.
Yeah. I'm looking for Season 3, Episode 4. I don't even remember this episode.
This is a movie you take your 9-year-old nephew to when he won't shut up about Pokemon and you need something to occupy him for a few hours before you lose your mind.
Interesting.
That's just messed up.
That's just like someone that's like, I'm an adult. I want adult content.
This is Jordan Hoffman of the Daily Beast. He's a top critic.
Oh, Daily Beast too.
You know what's the funny thing is though? So he gave it that. So let's see here. Deadpool and Wolverine, he gave a C-2.
Right, there you go.
If you guys want to know more about this guy, that's all I got to tell you.
I don't know anyone who didn't like Deadpool and Wolverine.
It is a carnival of in-jokes, self-references, and reality breaks with no higher purpose than to congratulate its audience for keeping up. It has no stakes, no drama, and only the most cynical applications of creativity.
Okay. Good review. Are we just gonna like your buddy's YouTube channel? We're just gonna start mocking like bad reviews.
I mean, we could. It would be kind of funny to an extent. Oh, Rebel Moon. He actually did Rebel Moon. He only did the first one though. It looks like he didn't even bother doing the second one, but he did do the first one. So I'll read this and then I'll turn off this.
Yeah. Okay.
He gave it a 4 out of 10. He said, "Cool capes, shirtless hunks, and a squid alien can only get you so far."
So one more. What's something he's given a good review to? We're looking at him.
So technically, he gave Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget a good review because it was a 6.6 out of 10.
Okay, I didn't see that one. I saw the original in theaters actually.
His see, this is like this is the movie critic this guy is, right? He's a top critic, so he's being paid to do this. It's a 6.6 out of 10. You know what he said about the movie? So Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget. This is what he said about the movie. Don't show this to your kids before you head to Popeyes. Like,
all right,
he gave
one more. Sorry, like a movie that people would have seen. Sorry, because I don't think anyone saw that.
Yeah,
movie.
no. So Wonka.
Okay, yeah.
He gave a 9 out of 10. And what he said to it was, "Never did I expect to see Timothée Chalamet milking a giraffe."
That's weird that you gave that a high score and then wrote that in there.
I'm,
you know what? I really like Wonka. I wouldn't call it a 9 out of 10. I could probably call it a 7 out of 10.
I'm trying to see if there's like a one that like is just unanimously like across the board. Oppenheimer. I mean, never mind. The most breathtaking film of the year. Cool, bro. Way to be more original than 90% of the other people. Oh, right, no. Yeah, no. This dude just is a clown. He gave Tetris a 2 out of 10.
Tetris?
Yeah, the Tetris movie.
There was a Tetris movie?
Yeah. It's about the story of Tetris.
Oh, the Taron Egerton one.
Hmm?
That's right.
Okay, so
Avatar,
Avatar: The Way of Water, he just gave a positive review to. Just positive. That's it. And then he said a simple but engaging story and an imaginative, beautiful environment. Like it's just a lot of these things is just, and I feel like it's more and more with these. Now this is the new tangent I'm going to go on real quick. With a lot of movie critic review shit like this, it's all just the very basic shit like that, right? Like with this movie, it's
derivative.
It's family friendly, very simple plot, and it's a lot of humor.
It's a kids movie.
Like,
yeah,
that's it. Give me my money. You know,
yeah,
I just told you about
it's a kids
the movie.
It's the kids in that watching that movie loved it.
Yeah, the kids that were in the theater that we were around with their parents were
very vocally.
Yeah,
into it.
Yeah, they very vocally enjoyed it. Like,
so like they did it. Yeah, 4 adults sitting together, no kids. We had a good time.
Yeah. All right, so now the big spoiler thing. At the very end of the movie,
Which you'll have to explain to me because it didn't mean anything to me.
Okay, so at the very end of the movie, we had a post-credit scene, which is funny because it also didn't mean anything to Nick because Nick hasn't actually seen any Sonic stuff or knows nothing about Sonic. So, at the very end of the movie, they finally have their race. They were going to do a race at the very beginning of the movie, and then they didn't. At the very end of the race finally happened, and Sonic wins, but Sonic overshot it.
I don't know where the movie takes place, but he ended up in New York.
Yeah, I don't think they're in...
I think they're on the West Coast.
Let's see here. Where? Oklahoma. Nope, that's Shadow. Shadow lands in Oklahoma. So this one just says Green Hills, which is where the town we're in. But like, what is the actual town in? I'll let you.
Montana.
Montana. Okay, so they're in Montana. So yeah,
fictional town of Green Hills, Montana.
Yeah, so he overshoots the ending, and he ends up in New York.
Which not close.
Yeah. And then suddenly we get the first look at, which I was genuinely when I saw it because I was not expecting it. We get Metal Sonic shows up. So Metal Sonic is an evil robotic version of Sonic created by Dr. Robotnik. He has like all of the normal like things of Sonic, like great strength, laser cannon, jet engine, force field device, like all of that sort of stuff.
Glad I pulled up this picture you sent me.
Yeah, right. That's the old animation stuff. But yeah, so Metal Sonic's probably on the bottom of that somewhere.
Yeah.
So in the normal lore, Metal Sonic is made by Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
So and the thing that I found interesting with it is the the design they used has a very traditional Sonic design and not the newer Sonic design.
It's got the skinny head.
Well, it's got the skinny head, but it also has the two eyes that are connected.
Oh, were they connected?
Yes, because that was the big thing with when they did the remake, like, you know, like
When they bullied them.
Yeah, when they bullied them. Yeah, they had the normal eyes and they went to this, but it has like more it's more visually seeing. But so Sonic, Metal Sonic shows up and it's like, oh, cool! So they're gonna do Metal Sonic, and that's gonna be the next movie. Sick. Like, you know, like they're just kind of, you know, leaving the door open. If it does well, then they can do another one. If not, we'll still get to see some Metal Sonic. And then multiple Metal Sonics show up, and there's just like a whole thing of Metal Sonics.
Yeah, I'm pulling up pictures of the original Sonic that they got bullied, and yeah, oh boy.
Yeah, it was, yeah. So all the Metal Sonics show up, and Sonic's about to fight him, and then suddenly Pink Hammer shows up and just starts swinging around and killing a bunch of them. And then suddenly there's someone standing there and takes her hood off, and it's Amy.
Yeah, I didn't know who that was.
Amy's basically Sonic's girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Someone.
Yeah, so that's why it was hilarious. Well, actually, I won't say that because I probably shouldn't. It was cool seeing Amy though, because Amy is a character in Sonic lore. Yeah, Amy is a pink hedgehog and Sonic's self-proclaimed girlfriend, who is an energetic tomboy. That's literally written on Wikipedia right here. Boom. So it's really cool seeing her show up in the post-credit scenes. So,
I guess Ugly Sonic made a cameo in the Chip and Dale movie, which I saw. Did you see that movie? That was very funny.
Yes, he does.
Forgot about that.
Yes, it's while they're doing the we're no longer in the main spotlight, signing booth areas there. Yeah, Ugly Sonic's there.
Oh yeah, they're at the convention. That's right.
Yes. That is, yeah, they're at the convention. No, Ugly Sonic's there. Yeah.
Ugly Sonic was very funny.
But yeah, so Amy and Metal Sonic are in there. They're going to be a part of the next one, and it's funny because a lot of people were saying that if you look at the shirt that the girl there, the female,
Amy.
Nope, actual human.
The mom.
No, actual. Well, is she mom now? Tom's wife in the movie.
Yeah, well, she's like they're like the foster parents more or less. Yeah.
They were saying that if you look at the shirt that she's wearing, you can tell who they're introducing next by the color of the shirt. So, like in the first movie, she's wearing a yellow shirt the whole time, and then Knuckles gets introduced, and then it's she's wearing red Knuckles, and then in this most recent one, when she's first showed up, she's wearing a pink shirt. So she's introducing Amy. So they're saying that's the sneak little thing where like whatever shirt color she's wearing is introducing who's going to be next, sort of thing.
Nice.
So it's kind of cool. I like it. I'm intrigued to see where they go with it because it did feel like at the end of the movie, before the end of the credit scene, it felt like that was the end of a story that they were telling, at least. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next, I guess. Is it one of those things where I'm going to be like, we're canceling everything for Sonic 4. Like, as soon as it comes out, like, everything gets canceled. We're gonna, like, no, it's not gonna be anything like that. But I'm intrigued to see where it goes.
Because I would have maybe seen this movie after it came out, digital. No part of me wanted, like, no part of me expected to see this movie in theaters.
Yes, this was one of those ones where it was just a pure, literal, like, we had plans to go see this, and we couldn't, so instead we're doing this.
But you know what? Could have seen.
Yeah. We could have seen Wicked.
What was there's that other movie that's playing right now. It got a really good Baby Girl. Baby Girl did very well on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, did it? That's funny.
Baby Girl.
But yes, that's that though. So Sonic, man, like it's if you want to have like an hour and a half, I think it was an hour and a half. It wasn't long.
No.
You know, it may have even been less than an hour and a half. But if you want to just have, you know, kind of turn brain off and have some giggles and watch some cool stuff happen, this is good. This is it. You know? So
yeah. What's at a time? Seeing a time here.
I got 110.
110?
Yeah, 110. 110 minutes.
Solid hour and a half.
Yeah.
Call that.
So I mean, yeah. So yeah, that's all I got for Sonic 3. Like, it was enjoyable. But
I think that's it. Yeah.
So, all right. So next time you guys see us, It's gonna be 2025.
Yeah.
So,
See you next year.
Next year we're gonna at least from what I know we're gonna be still doing this. We haven't had any talks about not doing this.
We're still doing it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
So regular old episodes will be back as soon as the football season's over with. The effing card game, we're gonna actually have a full year of it going now instead of just starting midway through the year. So we're gonna be bringing in all sorts of new games, new stuff. I just bought some Union Arena cards recently. And by recently, I mean this weekend. Kind of a weird thing. Don't understand anything that I read.
Did you open them yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't understand anything. I didn't even understand half the names I was reading, and it was an anime that I watched.
I watched the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
I messed that one up somehow. If I ever go back and watch it, I'm gonna have to start from the beginning because I watched the first season. I don't remember.
They had 2 starter
he's got
decks.
Sick hand or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. All I know is Boogie Woogie, Clap Boy.
There's the bear.
Yep. And then there's Salmon Roll. Yeah. They had 2 starter decks, and then they had Code Geass, and they had JJK. So I got JJK because that's one I know. And they have
Hunter x Hunter, right?
Yeah, they have Hunter x Hunter. They have Sword Art Online is one they're doing. Bleach they're doing. Because I was looking at it last night. There's a bunch of them that they're doing. So at some point, I feel like at some point next year we're going to do an episode on it. It's just going to be one of those things where we wait until a couple more come out. So then there's at least it's not like I'll choose this one because I kind of like this anime. I'd rather it be one that it's an anime that one that.
This is I don't know if maybe we love it. Maybe we're going to be completely wrong about it. But I mean, Lorcana, we knew Lorcana was going to be good right off the bat, which sounds bad, but we kind of knew that it just was a magic clone, and we knew it was going to be good.
Yeah, as soon as DeNutte said that he played, because you played it first, you played it at a con, right?
I played it at I played it at release night.
Yeah, release night. That's what it was. DeNutte played it at release night and was like, it's literally magic, but with Disney characters.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. And I had assumed that it was kind of be something similar to that from what I had heard. So as soon as we heard that, we were in. But this one, it seems like it's one of the things I read.
It's its own thing.
It said it's a very simple trading card game. That's what it said at the very top. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, sure it is, bro. I have the cards now. It looks like it's gonna be similar to One Piece, to an extent.
So I think One Piece. I think we need to really learn how to play One Piece because I don't think One Piece. I think we made it harder than it is. Because there's a guy I know who is. I found out super into One Piece. He spent a ton of money on One Piece. Could have bought a car with the amount of money he spent on One Piece.
Damn.
And
was he like, yeah, you guys didn't?
He's like, it's not really that. He's like, it's actually pretty simple. He's like, magic is doesn't make sense to me. And I was like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah. And that's the thing is I think a lot of next year. Simply because of certain things that are happening. I think next year we will be just repeating a bunch of stuff and retrying, going back through, which isn't going to be a bad thing.
I definitely want to do One Piece again.
Yeah, so One Piece, sure. Digimon.
Digimon.
I will buy a new Pokemon deck. We can do Pokemon again.
I did like Pokemon when we did Pokemon.
Yeah. So, yeah. But anyways, so that's Sonic 3. It's an enjoyable movie. If you have kids and you want to see it, go see it. It's a fun movie. It's a good fun family movie.
Appropriate for kids.
If you're a massive Sonic fan, like the girl who we took the picture for, if you're watching this,
here, Husky was like, I wish I would have talked to you, but I didn't. I got scared.
Yeah, I kind of got scared, and yeah.
She was too forward, and that threw him off.
It did, dude. It seriously did. I was not expecting it. I was not expecting an attractive girl.
Oh, did you see her phone? Cracked as hell.
Oh, really? Even better then. See, yeah.
It was destroyed.
But yeah. So, if you're a huge Sonic fan, it's gonna be a good movie for you. And if you're just bored and want to go watch something that you're gonna have a good time with, go watch Sonic. It's good. So, but that's it. So, final thing, DeNutte, what you got? Anything or nothing?
Trick shots. That's it.
There we go. Trick shots. As always, depending on where you are, morning, afternoon, even night. Stay out of trouble, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later. Okay? Okay. Bye.